As a systematic theologian, one of the things I do in my work is try to construct theologies in such a way that it helps provide a framework of meaning for which those coming back from conflict can really understand and explore their own sense of what's gone wrong, of their own sense of values, of their own sense of judgments that makes sense to them, that provides a way through that. From what we can tell, moral injury is not, it should not be classed, I should say, as a disorder. It turns out it's really just a normal functioning of a moral system of human beings put in really extreme situations. And so coming out of that, it turns out those religious concepts like sin, redemption, forgiveness, those play a really critical role in recovering from moral injury and kind of coming to a sense of solace and order. One of the ways we've figured out how to really differentiate moral injury from post-traumatic stress is through the experience of people who are actively involved in the battlefield, yet not actually on it. So in the modern world, this works out in terms of drone pilots and drone operators, those that control autonomous aircraft that are operating in a combat zone from thousands of miles away. So these people don't experience the fear-based aspects of combat. They don't experience those extreme stresses that we know are linked deeply to post-traumatic stress and the body's response to it. But they do, as it turns out, experience significant amounts of moral disquiet and moral trauma, what we call moral injury, from as a consequence of their own experience. And so I think this is an example of something where the humanities and religious studies and theology provides something that's not an ephemeral benefit. It's something that hopefully is really providing a framework that helps people recover from something very real and very tangible, and points to the importance of those ideas and philosophies of how we order our own morals and values, that those really are critical when we get tested. And it turns out on the negative side, from what we might call the effects of moral injury, the suicide, we know that it's strongly linked to suicidal ideation and suicide, and that so much so that corrosive self-judgment that I'm a bad person, that idea is really corrosive to our idea of imagining a hopeful future. And so it's one of those things where I'm proud to say this is work that I do that I think really does matter.